Today I'm going to show you how to wet sand a wheel. DIY Mark sold this wheel on eBay. When they took it off the dealership and I bought it from them, I noticed that it had a few little scratches. I've also got one little ding right here. Notified the customer of that, gave him a little discount for it. He's good to go. What's going to take to do that is first wet dry sandpaper. I'm using 2000 grit. I always try to go with the least abrasive at first. Make sure not doing any more damage than what I need to. I use Ultracut Compound Mirror Glaze on my buffer. I've got my buffer. I use a white pad. Pretty universal how they rate those. White or black, those are the softest ones. I've got a rag to wipe off as I go, and I've got a bucket of water to use for my sandpaper. Show you real quickly how simple this is. Again, these are light surface scratches. Anything that you can feel with your nail, you are not going to get out with wet sanding. Just keep that in mind. They're a little bit more repair. So again, these are light, mostly from handling. You probably can't see them with what I'm doing here. I'm just taking real light strokes. What this is doing is it's gently removing those scratches, but it's dulling the clear coat that's on this wheel. What I prefer to do is I just kind of go over everything. Down in these pockets, you don't normally get a lot of damage, but around these outer edges specifically when they're removing the tires and handling them at the dealership, or I come in and purchase them, that's when you're going to see the lightest scuffs. And honestly, it doesn't take much to scuff this clear coat and make it apparent what's going on with the little scuffs. But at the same time too, it's pretty easy to get out. So I've just done a light scuffing over the surface of the wheel that's exposed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this mirror glaze. I'm going to make sure that my pad is got a little bit of product on it all the way around. You don't have to use a lot. I just rub it in with my hand. This pad here, it's about at its useful life. You don't want too much because then you get a lot of splatters. It goes all over the place, and I don't want to do that. So when I start putting this on, I'm going to go real slow at first. It's probably going to take me 20-25 rotations around like this, and then I'll go in the opposite way, and that just gives me real good coverage. Again, see what I've done to my pad. I'm not going overly fast with my buffer both ways to make sure that I get good coverage. I'll let this sit and dry for a little while. It's about 55 degrees here at 9,000 feet this morning. Once this is drier and caked, then I'll come in. I'll take my microfiber cloth, wipe it off, make sure it's got a good polish. Anything that I see that needs further attention, I'll do again. Occasionally you have to go with, a 1500 grit. You can go all the way down to 800 grit and get most of your scuffs out with this, but you may have to use a different pad, a rougher pad, and you may have to do it incrementally. You'll start with a more solid pad, and then you'll move to a medium pad and then a softer pad in order to get everything out. It just depends on what you're facing with your particular wheel. Not a terribly difficult process. Obviously, it's easier when there's not a tire on it. You can also do it when there's a tire on it. It just takes a little more meticulous work. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, save, and subscribe.